morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, SKN.
Good morning, SKN. I'm Jamie Morris.
And I'm Mimi.
And we are happy that you are joining us for another edition of Good Morning SKN right here on Studio 327. We begin today with a look at the weather. There is a 40% chance of showers today. The high would be around 84 degrees Fahrenheit and, well, it'd be tropical climate, so lots of rain the way that I like it.
It'll be tropical. It's actually raining cats and dogs outside, so I guess we're in that 40%.
Well, I suppose we are, yes. All right, Amy?
All right, so we're going to jump right into the local news. And some good news, some cheery news. You know, I'm super excited about Christmas. We should have a Christmas calendar countdown, but we're almost there. So Team Ethanol brings Christmas cheer to 5 children who lost their mother. Team Ethanol, a community-based organization that was formed a year ago, has its first outreach activity and brought Christmas cheer to 5 children from Market Street area in central Bastille who unfortunately lost their mother last year. At a colorful ceremony on Friday, December 17 at the Cenotaph, the War Memorial in Bastille, Team Ethanol leader, Ms. LaToya Lake Marshall, and some members of the team made a presentation of 5 fire tablets, 1 to each of the 5 ecstatic children. And Ms. LaToya said, "My first project which I did is to give to 5 beautiful children who are under the age of 16 and who lost their mother, a beautiful young lady by the name of Tessa Woodley." Ms. Lake continued to say that the mother lost her life through childbirth last year, and she felt the need to support the children, during this festive season. So, we're starting off, or we're continuing the Christmas season in the spirit of giving and community and love, and I really enjoy that.
Excellent story indeed. All right, moving on to additional local news. New sales set for the Women in Maritime Association of the Caribbean. So the ship of Caribbean women in the maritime industry is being steered by newly elected governing council. The Women in Maritime Association Caribbean, or as it is called, WIMAC, hosted an annual general meeting and elections on December 10th, 2021. The members, affectionately referred to as Sea Steerers, hail from different countries and territories that span across the Caribbean Sea. The newly elected governing council is as follows. The president is Ms. Tamara Lowe, country manager of tropical shipping, Dominica. The immediate past president is Ms. Dwynette D. Eversley. And we also have vice president of membership and administration is Ms. Kemi Linton. And our very own Mrs. Tricia King is now holding the position of Vice President of Public Relations and Marketing. And Tricia, as you would remember, was a former guest here on Good Morning SKN. And the other posts that we have are Vice President of Research and Development, which is being held by Ms. Suzette Balcaran, and Vice President of Women and Development being held by Mrs. Thelkla Joseph Charles, who's Director of Fisheries and Marine Resources Management, Turks and Caicos. So awesome news here. Good luck to all of you in your new positions as you set sail.
I love when we have stories about women. The Sisters. An excellent name. And we're moving over to Nevis, our sister island. The Malcolm Gishard Recreational Park opens officially. On Sunday, December 19th, the park was opened on Pinnies in Nevis. The park, colloquially known as Pinnies Park, is a collaborative project joined by the Republic of China, Taiwan, and the Nevis Island Administration. The park was named after the former Nevisian politician and CCM party leader, Malcolm Gishard, who first elected the first federal house in 1993 as St. Paul, St. John's representative. Gishard died in 2007 at the age of 55. Honorable Mark Brantley, Premier of Nevis, posted pictures of the new park on his Facebook page and wrote the words, "Due to the generosity of the government and the people of Taiwan working closely with the Nevis Island administration, today marks an historic day for Nevis, as we officially open the park at Pinney's and allow the general public to finally enjoy what we have been working on for the official ceremony and thereafter the movies and the amphitheater and the Taiwanese trade shows in the visitor center. So a new recreational park opening up, and again, still rings to me family, camaraderie, love, and I'm happy that it's named after, a former politician who would have contributed so much to that area and to Nevis on a whole.
Absolutely.
So we are at the end of our local news. We're going to take a short break and then we're going to be back with more regional and international news. You're watching Good Morning SKN.
Do you need your laundry or dry cleaning picked up and delivered? Well, Express Laundry has got you covered. We will pick up and deliver your laundry or dry cleaning to and from our partner laundromat fast and easy. Call or WhatsApp 660-7940 or 661-7717 for details. Express Laundry, bringing laundry and dry cleaning services to your doorstep.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are continuing with the regional news. The U.S. Coast Guard seizes U.S. $148 million in illegal drugs in the Caribbean Sea in 2 weeks. The United States Coast Guard has reported that crew members of the Reliance-class Coast Guard cutter Dauntless have offloaded more than U.S. $148 million of illegal narcotics at base Miami Beach from 3 separate interdictions in the Caribbean Sea in the past 2 weeks. It said the Wave-class Royal Fleet Auxiliary Wave Knight crew also seized about 1,200 pounds of cocaine. Following the 3 interdictions, 9 suspected drug smugglers from the Dominican Republic and Colombia were apprehended. According to the Coast Guard, the Sentinel-class Coast Guard cutter William Trump and the crew of the offshore patrol vessel, His Netherlands Majesty ship Holland, seized about 6,700 pounds of cocaine in 2 interdictions. Incredible story. It's sad to know that this is off the sea. I was going to say off the streets, but it's off both. So
off the sea. I mean, it's sad for. Okay, I won't be controversial on morning TV. I'll leave that for like a late night show. But yeah, drug seized. Okay, we'll head to the international news, and unfortunately, I'm so sorry that I have to end with a little bit of bad news. Over 200 people died after a typhoon Rhea hits country. The death toll following the strongest typhoon of the year in the Philippines has climbed to over 200 persons. At least 208 people were killed, 52 remain missing, and 239 were injured, according to the National Police. The toll is expected to rise because several towns and villages remain out of reach through the downed communications, power outages, and clogged roads, although massive cleanup and repair efforts are already underway with the improved weather. Many of those who died were hit by falling trees or walls, drowned in flash floods, or were buried alive in landslides. Officials on the Dinital Island, on the southmost provinces first pounded by the typhoon, separately reported 10 deaths just from a few towns. So unfortunately, some really, really sad news. The strongest typhoon of the year. I mean, I thought that we were exiting the year without much hurricanes or storms. Well, at least in our region, but it seems like others weren't as fortunate.
no, unfortunately not.
Yeah, so sending love and hugs and support to all those who may have lost their families and are actually going into the Christmas season without their loved ones.
Absolutely. Well, that brings us to the end of the latest for now. We will be back with more Good Morning SKN in a moment. Stay tuned.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
We're watching Good Morning SKN, and we're here again with legends. Calypso is one of the most popular genres of music here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. It is influential not only because of its biting lyrical content, but also its melodious voices of the Calypsonians. Yesterday we featured the reigning senior Calypso monarch, Queenie G, and today we have with us here on Good Morning SKN a veteran, a legend Calypsonian, King Socrates. Socrates has won the Calypso monarch crowns a total of 7 times. He won his first crown back in 1988 and most recently in 2019. Join us as we welcome Calypso royalty, King Socrates, to Good Morning SKN. How are you?
Flattered.
You're flattered. We should be flattered. We should be flattered.
It's an honor to have you, sir.
So what is the origin of your iconic name, King Socrates? Where did you get that from?
Back in the day, the Calypsonians would have a moniker or stage name that sort of reflected their persona. Back then, I wrote a lot along the philosophical lines, so I dubbed my name Socrates.
Ah, I see.
Philosophy is Socrates, but that was like, thinking.
I got it. It stuck though, and I like it a lot.
So can you tell us how you got started in Calypso?
I think it was because I listened to a particular competition years ago, and people were raving about how great the song was, and I'm thinking, really?
So you weren't impressed?
No, because going back some 55 years, and I'm dating myself, and I'm almost ancient, still relevant. I used to win poetry competitions in school. Was always creative, always beating on the drum, etc. So imbued in me had that musical influence. So in growing up, I was on every school concert, every play, just about every poetry competition. I was involved in that. So I've been a creative since before I knew myself as a creative.
Mm.
So when later on, I joined a band back in the USVI back in the 70s, before your time, as a bass guitarist. And on a given night, the lead singer didn't show up. So I stepped in. Oh, you could sing? Yes, I could sing. But I was like,
Just holding it down, right.
So on that particular competition, I thought I would test myself as a writer. Because the rave that were giving that song, I thought it wasn't. And so I became competitive from that point in time.
Mm. So you felt that they weren't up. So basically, in a nutshell, of course you were born a creative,
yes.
But you heard a calypso and you weren't impressed, and you thought, well, I could do better than that. I could take it to a different level.
So basically, I'm a singer, songwriter, band leader, just about everything, musically.
Okay, perfect. So as you said, you're a writer. What inspires you to write? What are some of your favorite topics?
I have no choice. It's a natural calling. Mm-hmm. And so if I'm having a bad day and there seems something missing from my essence, it's because I'm not creating, I'm not writing. Oh. So it's part of my essence. I have to be always penning something. So I had no choice. It's just a natural calling.
And you said that you started writing before you actually started doing calypso?
Poetry.
Oh yes.
I would win poetry competition in like primary school, etc.
So can you walk us through what it takes to create the songs that we know that you created?
Sometimes it's inspiration that comes from nowhere. In terms of a competition, I would have to try to find a topic that's uncommon. I've treated just about every social issue there is. AIDS, spousal abuse, issues like that, social issues. I've been known or dubbed a political animal. I'm into the politics. I try not to get too caustic in my critique of certain politicians or issues, but I'm known for that. I don't like bullying, so I take on issues that I feel would be affecting the public at large, and I address them.
So again, you're a legend, you're a veteran. Can you, in closing, can you give us an idea of what your career has been like, or some of the highlights of your career? I know we don't have all day. I know that your career has stretched for a long time, and you've been, again, a legend for such a long time, but some of the highlights.
Been able to perform live on BBC about 4 years ago. I wrote a song. There was a fire in London about 2 weeks after I got there, called Grenfell Tower Fire, and I wrote a song pertaining. But in the area where I was supposed to perform, I really couldn't because there was a pall of morning. And BBC got wind of it and came for interview and then invited me to the studio. So I went there, performed live, and nationals in the UK, around the world, was able to see a national from St. Kitts performing live on BBC. It brought tears to people's eyes. That, to me, was a coded moment.
Well, we'll have to speak to management to probably get that video sometime. You're watching Good Morning SKN. Again, we're sitting with legends as usual. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back after this.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
You're watching Good Morning SKN, and we are pleased to have in our midst right now King Socrates himself. So, King Socrates, what can you tell us about the number of crowns that you've donned, winning titles?
I have an aggregate of 17 Calypso titles. 17.
So during the region as well?
Yes. Regionally, there's the Leeward Islands Calypso competition that held in Anguilla. I've won that. We have from bilocal to, we used to have the Federation Calypso competition, the top 3 from St. Kitts versus the top 3 from Nevis. I won for about 6-7 years. I won that three times. There was also the Mr. Witty. I won that, the price of saltfish.
That sounds like that sounds like a pageant.
And then there's the Newton Fest. Used to have these community-based competition. I've won several of those, so an aggregate of 17 crowns.
17. That's super impressive. So I mean, as a Calypsonian and again a legend like you are, how do you hope that your music impacts the audience?
The audience or the world, I've been able to share my talent with many. I read from many other Calypsonians. I have my legacy, the name Queen Anastasia.
And she's also won some crowns as well.
The Calypsonian is not only a social commentator, but a historian and educator. And in today's world where a lot of the younger generation are getting a negative message in the songs, I try to make sure my songs are impacting, uplifting, because we have to set an example for the children in what we put out to the public. So I'm conscious of that. So when I'm composing a song, I'm thinking about who am I impacting, who am I reaching, who can I influence, and I keep the kids in mind first and foremost.
Which of your songs do you believe to be the most popular, and does popularity change depending on the target audience?
Many people have their choices. Kill on the Road is all-time favorite for many. I like The Apology. It's a song that's family-oriented, and it speaks again to raising your children properly, taking responsibility, etc. But some folks like Nothing in the Ring.
I like that one. Nothing in the Ring. So, yes, I remember that one.
So you find, though I write many types, I like the serious, family-oriented songs that impact the family and bring a positive message to the community.
And you spoke a little bit about writing for others. Is that something that you offer, services that you offer, writing for others?
Yes.
Or is it for friends? I don't know.
But it is known. So over the many years, many Calypsonians who have won crowns, actually, I was the power behind them.
And how does that process work? Is it that they come to you with a concept?
Most of them don't have a concept, don't have a topic. I have to find, and so in a year where I'm also competing, it's very difficult for me to separate. I have a recording studio, so I produce all that.
Wow.
So getting the melodies to be different. But you want source, but you don't want all the songs to sound alike. So it's very difficult, very challenging finding topics.
That's
not writing for yourself, but for that person. So it's difficult.
Yes,
but
that's
it's
really
a talent
interesting.
that I have, and I'm glad to share.
Wow.
When you look at the landscape of the next generation of Calypsonians, are you hopeful?
I am hopeful, but sadly we have this issue that you don't need to be a writer. Have somebody write a song for you. That is not really Calypsonian. You should have an interest, develop a storyline, and even though you can't write it properly, along the way you'll be able to. So you have a generation of Calypso singers. We're happy to have them on board. But I want Calypsonians to take on the issues. But here's what. Back in the day before we had mass media, the Calypsonian was the mouthpiece of the masses. We have this platform. We have Facebook. We have all this sort of information. So you don't need to be there so many sources of information, right? But bring something that helps your genre to survive.
That's a good one. Okay, we're almost at the end of our segment. But I was wondering if I could indulge you in singing just a piece of anyone.
The current entry for this year is called Fear Not. It begins, it is clear there's a pandemic of fear spreading all over, of deadly pathogens floating through the air, spreading all over. Out of this chaos and confusion, we turn to our leaders seeking solutions, but only getting guesstimations, making things worse. It's a man-made catastrophe, but God is still in control. So be not afraid of those who could harm the body, but not the soul. What's to be will be. And the chorus. This is the day that the Lord has made. I'll rejoice and be glad in it. Come what may, I won't be afraid. In the day that the Lord has made, I'll fear not. The pestilence that comes by night, and you go on.
I love this. What a good way to start your morning, all right? You heard it here. And can you remind us when the competition is?
It's on the 30th of this month.
The 30th of
8
December.
days after my 66th birthday.
Your birthday is tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes, so we're going to wish you an early happy
So
birthday.
as of midnight, I'll be celebrating my 66th. I'm glad to be here.
All right, you're watching Good Morning SKN. We're having so much fun in studio. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back.
Do you need your laundry or dry cleaning picked up and delivered? Well, Express Laundry has got you covered. We will pick up and deliver your laundry or dry cleaning to and from our partner laundromat fast and easy. Call or WhatsApp 660-7940 or 661-7717 for details. Express Laundry, bringing laundry and dry cleaning services to your doorstep.
These teen boys nowadays get me so upset. I see these teen girls with their big bellies and you want to tell me y'all couldn't protect her and yourself? Come on. Now don't tell me no stupidness about you feel embarrassed about getting a pack of condoms or asking somebody for one. That ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You should be proud that you are making a wise decision, but you still have to abstain from having sex with someone under the age of consent. If your boys are pressuring you to have sex and you don't want to, then don't. You are in charge of your life, not them. I heard another one saying it's sweeter without a condom. But my granny always told me, no glove, no love. So let me tell you something. It's sweeter to have money in your pockets and not have to support a child at that young age. Before I say anything else, the best way to prevent teenage pregnancy is to abstain. In other words, no do it. Let me talk to the big men troubling underage girls.
Why you sleeping with your daughter? You not live clean. Your girl at 16 and your daughter at 13. Two girl a look me, but me know in that. Big man no deal with back pan back.
You understand where I'm coming from, right?
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cook today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me go!
Let go what? Yeah, let's see where we at. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
Every day mom and dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Check me area code, me area code. Anywhere me go, you know me touch the road like this, touch up the road like this, touch up the place like this, touch up the stage like this. Come rep your place, rep your flag, where you from, who you are. The world is a stage, so showcase like a star. You little up, we digging that we come from far. Let me take it to the world, so I carry us down. So we roll, yeah, that's how we roll, yeah. High performance anytime we touch the road, yeah, that's how we roll.
You're watching Good Morning SKN. Carnival costumes are, for many spectators, the highlight of the carnival parades. The arrangement of the feathers, the jewels, the colorful fabrics enlivens the carnival parades. Yesterday, we featured Corinne Pujard-Flanders of DFX, a mature costume design company. Today, we have with us a novice design company, Lux Carnival, who came to the carnival scene 3 years ago in 2018 for Sugar Mass 48. However young, Lux Carnival has made themselves known for their luxurious costumes, hype entertainment, and superior road experience. Today we have with us the co-owner of Lux Carnival, Ms. Carol Warner. Carol, it is a pleasure to have you here today. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So what was the genesis of Lux Carnival? As I just read, you are new to this particular thing. Why now? Why did you decide to get involved in this?
So I've always played Mass. I've played Mass in New York, St. Thomas, Tortola, Trinidad. I have a love for carnival, and so my partner, LaToya, she reached out to me back in 2017, and she said she wanted to bring a Mass to St. Kitts. So at the time, though, there was a lot going on for her and myself. I was in school getting my master's, and she went on to have a baby, she got married, and so, but we got to know each other in between that time, and I found out that she also has a master's in human services.
Wow.
Human resources. So we both had a lot of things that we had alike, and so in 2018, after she got married, we did a lot of talking back and forth, and so on January 1st of 2019, we dropped like a flyer on Instagram, like coming to St. Kitts soon, Lux Carnival. And so that began everything. We kept pushing a lot of stuff on social media. And in September, we had our band launch right here in St. Kitts over at Frigate Bay.
Oh, I remember. So, I mean, you design costumes for not only St. Kitts Carnival, but for also Carnival in the U.S.
So let me correct that. We're not designers. We own the mass band. So what we do is we reach out to designers and have designers create costumes for us.
Right.
And so, our main designer, his name is Kwasi McDonald. He did, I don't know if you recall the purple section that we had here in St. Kitts. He also did our design for Miami Carnival.
So you don't design the costumes. I think a lot of mass bands do the same. They have outside designers.
Yes.
Okay, so walk us through the process. And again, you do it for 2 locations. You do it for St. Kitts and Miami. How are the costumes different? Where do you give your creatives like the full reins on what they want to do, or do you come up with a concept, an idea, and give it to them and let them go with it from there?
Okay, so for St. Kitts, this is our band.
Yes.
So we have more autonomy over it. We come up with the theme, and then we reach out to the designers and tell them what our theme is and what the concept is, and then they give us designs, and we kind of pick and choose, make this brighter, make this yellow, make this green. Now with Miami we are a small section within a larger band. So it's a band that had about 15 sections, and some of the sections had about 250 people.
Oh, wow.
Some of them had 75, some of them had like 100. So this was our first year in Miami, so we had 100 revelers, including myself and Toya. I was so happy because I was able to play mass properly as opposed to St. Kitts. We're in charge of everything. Toya was on the truck with the DJs,
Right.
I was on the ground.
Right.
We were doing more working, and
Right.
so, we came out, we didn't look that fabulous.
Right.
In St. Kitts, but in Miami, we went all out because we both wanted to play mass. And I've played mass in Miami. I believe this was Toya's first time. So, and then we got the theme from the band leader in Miami. And then we reached out to the designer. We told him what the theme was, and he said, okay, this is what I have for you. In Miami, we were Evier, which was a butterfly. And we chose the butterfly because it's like a caterpillar into a butterfly. We were emerging from a pandemic. And so the butterfly represented like a new beginning.
So can you tell us, a little bit about, for me personally, I want to know, what was the experience like playing mass in Miami after pandemic? Like, we've been inside for so long. I know Miami Carnival is one of the biggest carnivals that people talk about all over the world. And of course, we couldn't have it because of the pandemic. But again, first year back on the road, how was that experience like?
So it was a bit hectic. It was our first year doing Miami, and one of the things that were required was we had to have a negative COVID test. It was, there's no mask mandate in Florida. However, the Carnival Committee there, they wanted to show that we want to be safe, so they required us to wear masks, have a negative COVID test to participate in the events. And so we had to go through that, and then we had to get a venue for the costumes, and then something happened there, we had to move to a different location. But thank God everything worked out, and honestly, revelers are the same everywhere. They want to put on a costume, they want to come out, they want to come out and they want to dance, they want to drink, and they want to have a great time. And so it was really, really exciting. It was really very exciting.
We'll continue the discussion when we come back in a moment. You're watching Good Morning SKN on Studio 327.
Do you need your laundry or dry cleaning picked up and delivered? Well, Express Laundry has got you covered. We will pick up and deliver your laundry or dry cleaning to and from our partner laundromat fast and easy. Call or WhatsApp 660-7940 or 661-7717 for details. Express Laundry, bringing laundry and dry cleaning services to your doorstep.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN, and we're speaking with Carol Warner of Lux Carnival, and we're having an exciting conversation about her first time playing mass in Miami after the pandemic, of course. And I was asking, I hate talking about the pandemic, but I don't have any choice because we're living in it.
Yeah.
So I'm asking, what are the plans or the hopes for Sugar Mass, next year? Sugar Mass 51.
Well, the only thing we can do is be hopeful. There's these new variants that's coming out, and there's talk of more restrictions, and so we're just basically playing that by ear. But of course, Lux Carnival, we are ever present, whether it's social media. We've had our Candid series, which we did during the pandemic. We had 2 live, Facebook Live parties. Like, we had DJs, and so we're still going to be showcasing different things. And of course, there's carnivals that are occurring within the US. So, just look out. You may just well see Lux Carnival in different places. I heard St. Lucia's having their carnival,
yes,
but let's see what happens.
We'll keep our fingers crossed. I actually paid a deposit and bought my ticket for the last St. Lucia Carnival, and of course they canceled. But we'll keep our eyes out for Lux Carnival.
Well, you let me know when you're going, because I'm coming with you.
All right, perfect. So can you tell us, what is the demand for costumes like? Are people like running you down? Are you like sold out really quickly? I know most of your sections were completely sold out. Is it hectic?
Yes, it is. So from Miami, being that everyone was locked down, the section closed out in about 3 weeks.
Whoa.
Yes, and again, this was a band with about 14 sections, and the section closed out within like 3 weeks. For St. Kitts, it was our first year. The purple section was gone, and the other sections eventually were sold out. But it was a little slow, and I think it was because people were skeptic. Where's this new band coming from?
Right. Who are these
people? And so it was a little slower. But after our everyone's experience here, and even ours, we got to see what the people like, what they don't like. And so we were planning for Sugar Mass 49 to, come big and strong.
Right.
And then that fell through, and then it was Sugar Mass 50. It was like, okay, we're coming. Then pandemic didn't go anywhere. So now we're looking forward to Sugar Mass 51. So let's see what happens.
Right. So again, the first time playing in St. Kitts, you said, of course, you didn't get to play. You didn't get to play, unfortunately, or not play as how you wanted to play.
Yes.
Did you play Mass in St. Kitts before then?
Yes, I've played Mass with an Inferno many moons ago.
Yes.
Fun Makers. Fun Vibes.
Fun Makers and Fun, I don't know if I remember Fun Makers.
There was Fun Makers, and then it was Fun Vibes.
Okay.
I played with them. I remember many years ago, I came home and Miss Hull had a troupe, and I played with her troupe. I also played with Corinne. I believe you guys had her yesterday.
Yes.
And I played with her also, and then I didn't come home for a while for the carnival season, and then we decided to come out with a mass band.
All right. Okay, so Tell me what inspired you. You said that you played a lot. You named a lot of bands just now. But what inspired you? Did you feel like you could add something to the carnival? Did you just want to do your own thing, create your own representation of what carnival was to you? Did you feel like something was missing? What inspired you to jump into it?
It's a mixture of both. I've always liked to dance. I did majorettes when I went to Convent High School. I don't know, I was a former Miss Convent High.
Oh, wow.
So I've always been into, entertainment, showcasing, all kinds of different things. And so for the mass bands, like I said, I played mass in Trinidad, and the experience that I had, I played with Poison. I wanted to bring that to St. Kitts because I think we didn't have much of that here. And so I wanted to bring some of that to St. Kitts, and LaToya felt the same. Yeah.
All right. Again, you mentioned before we go on break, I'm seeing some of your costumes on the screen. Can you tell us which one was your favorite? Did you have a favorite?
So that was Eviel, and that was from Miami Carnival.
The butterfly.
Yes, that's the butterfly. That color, especially when at night.
I remember this
beautiful.
one.
And then you have the purple
From
section.
Insane
That
Kids.
was
That's
amazing.
the one that sold out.
That was in high demand.
Yes.
That year. Yes. That purple costume was amazing. Everyone wanted to be in that.
Right. So I'm going to say this one was my favorite. I'm going to ask the viewing audience, let us know which ones were your favorite from Lux Carnival. Again, we've been talking with Carol Warner, co-founder and owner of Lux Carnival. Again, we're keeping our fingers crossed for Sugar Mass 51.
Yes.
And we'll be on the lookout in case you happen to be in St. Lucia or Miami.
Definitely.
All right. You're watching Good Morning SKN. We'll be right back.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who can support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen?
Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Personalized gifts, wink, wink, to whoever is watching. We all like to know that our loved ones are paying attention to what we say and that they take note of the things that we like or even our dislikes. Gift giving is a great way to strengthen bonds, especially when it feels like the gift is made exclusively for us. Quintessentials provides a wide range of gift baskets, which include fruit baskets, gourmet baskets. They also offer body scrubs, skin soaps, and hair oils. Today we have with us the Quintessentials owner, Cecilia Baron France. Welcome.
Thank you.
I was asking you if you're from Dominica. You're not?
I am originally from Antigua, but my father is Dominican.
Okay.
Yes.
The name is familiar.
All right, so welcome indeed. How long has Quintessentials been operating?
We have been in operation for a little under a year. I started off in May, actually, of this year. And it has been good. It has been going really nice, yeah.
Incredible.
So what are some of the things that you offer?
We do food baskets, gourmet baskets. We do spa baskets. I have spa boxes. I also cater for birthday parties. So I do like party favor bags, snack baskets for kids, hair oils, soap, skin oils, yeah.
You do it all.
Yes, I do.
So in terms of the baskets themselves, are they pre-packaged or can I call you up and I can say, you know what, I want this or I want that?
Actually, no, that's the beauty of Quintessentials. They are customized for each person. So I don't have like baskets just sitting waiting to be bought. Because what I do, I find out, is it a male, is it a female, what's the person's favorite color? Because you don't want to just get generic baskets that have stuff that you don't really want. So I usually find out from the person, what do they like? Do they have a favorite color? Are they more into skin products? Are they more into gourmet stuff, like stuff that they can eat, chocolates and that kind of stuff? So I really try to find out more about the customer and then I do the basket for them, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you were mentioning to us that you do hair oils, skin oils. Like if I wanted a particular scent, like scents are a little off-putting for me if I don't like them. Can I request something in particular?
You can, because we have, right now for the hair oil, it's a moringa hair oil.
Mm-hmm.
So that one, it comes with all the different benefits for your hair.
Mm-hmm.
And for the skin oil, so far I have done a turmeric skin oil because I've had people who have had like different hyperpigmentation and different scars and stuff like that. So I've really focused on those two. But in terms of the body scrub, I have many different scents. I have peppermint. I have one of the favorite ones is the gingerbread brown sugar. It actually smells like sugar cake. I had somebody actually taste it one time. And they're like, you can eat it. I'm like, well, you're not supposed to, but yeah, it smells that good, Right. So yeah, I have different scents, yeah.
So I'm curious to know, because you said that you started last year. We were going through the middle of a pandemic, is that correct? So what motivated you to start it at this particular point in time?
Well, I've always had an interest for that kind of stuff. And I'm like, you know what? No time like the present to try to get into. And with the pandemic, you're home, and unless you are working online or you're super busy otherwise, you have all of this time. So I used the time that I had to try to engage in something that I like, because I like to be creative.
And before we go, Jamie likes to say that we're like gender biased. So I want to know if there can be baskets created specifically for males.
Of course. We do have baskets for males. We have one of my most favorite ones, the Dove basket for the male. So we have like the Dove products that are specifically for the male, so they're male scented. So you're not gonna smell like a female getting a Dove basket. We have the ones that are specific for men, yeah.
All right, perfect. We're gonna go on a short commercial break and we'll be right back. She's gonna show us a little demonstration. You're watching Good Morning SKN.
The St. Kitts Diabetes Association wants to encourage you to remember the association's gospel, abbreviated TEAM. in order to maintain good control of your diabetes. T, you must test your blood sugar regularly. E, you must eat right with decent quantities of vegetables and fruits and eliminate sugary products. E, you must exercise frequently, at least 4 to 6 times weekly for 30 minutes or more each time. And M, you must take your medication as prescribed by your healthcare provider. If you follow this gospel, you will significantly reduce your chances of encountering the dreaded complications associated with poor control of diabetes, namely kidney failure, blindness, heart disease, stroke, and amputations. Visit your healthcare provider regularly to ensure good control of your diabetes and to access early intervention in case of any unexpected complications. Come and join the St. Kitts Diabetes Association and add your voice and your efforts to those working to ease the burden of persons living with diabetes. Thank you.
Do you need your laundry or dry cleaning picked up and delivered? Well, Express Laundry has got you covered. We will pick up and deliver your laundry or dry cleaning to and from our partner laundromat fast and easy. Call our WhatsApp 660-7940 or 661-7717 for details. Express Laundry, bringing laundry and dry cleaning services to your doorstep.
You're watching Good Morning SKN with Mimi Armstrong and Jamie Morris, live on Studio 327.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are here with Miss Cecilia Barron-France, the owner of Quintessentials. Not only does she make gift baskets and skincare products, but she also makes face masks. And as you know, we are in the middle of a pandemic, and so we can't go anywhere basically without being bombarded with signs that read "No mask, no entry." So, Ms. Barron-France, you are going to give us a demonstration of how you make masks. But before, what's the first step?
First step is to make sure you have the right material. I think some materials are not ideal for masks because they're too thick, and some they don't stand up properly on the face. So you want something that's going to fit the face firmly and also give you the kind of coverage that you need. So for me, I usually only use the cotton material to make the mask because you get a nice firm finish and then it stays on the face and give you the real protection that you're looking
And it's also breathable.
Yes.
Yes.
Please.
Okay, so here, this is the first step here. So I always go with a pattern because I don't think you can really freelance making a mask because you want to make sure that it's done correctly for the face, right? So the first step here is the mask, and this is what they call pellant. This goes on the inside of the material. It also acts as a filter, and also it helps to keep the mask firm in place, right? And
so
then
it's not just cloth, you have to put this inside.
Yes,
okay.
yes, it's not just the cloth, because the cloth by itself won't stand up. It'll fall and it get flimsy, and then it just won't look all that well. So here we have, it's already ironed on, because this is actually ironed on to the cloth. So here it's ironed on. So this is the first side, and then this is the second side. You always need 4 pieces. So that's how you're going to get the front and the back of the mask, right? So once that's done, I turn it inside out, here, and you align it with the other piece. Now it's sewed on the wrong side first, and then as it's finished, you turn it over. So I'm just going to show you here exactly how I do it. So you line it up here, and then you get to sew it. Once that's done, that's the first side. I don't know if you want to.
Let Jamie give it a try. I have a sewing machine at home, and guys, it's not as easy as it looks at all.
Okay.
I'm always fighting with it.
Okay, so Jamie, you want to give it a try?
I hope I'm not going to do my grandmother any disservice because you reminded me of her when you were sewing.
So you can't use this hand because then you're going to stick
There
your
you
finger
go.
there.
Lesson
So you have to
number
go
one.
with this hand because this hand, you use it to guide the material,
All right.
right? And then you take the next hand and you put it here, right?
So I move it up
and then you
slowly
put your foot
on the
gently on the pedal
Mm-hmm.
and you press.
It's like driving a car.
Okay. Pause now. Now, because it's in a particular pattern, you have to go in the direction. So you're going to have to maneuver the cloth to make sure that you're running on the line, right? So you can hold it like that,
Mm-hmm.
and you can go ahead. Okay.
Stop.
Right? And then you turn again, and then you continue going.
Ah, awesome. So this is very fun, I can say. It's a little more intricate than I thought.
Right.
Can I stop?
Yep. And then when you get to the end now, you press this button. This is the reverse button, so it gives you a double stitch at the end, so it doesn't come out once it's already sewn. So you just press your foot on it, you allow it to go, and then you press the button, and it gives a back stitch, and then you take it out. Right? Now once this is done, you turn the mask on the right side. And I always iron my mask.
Mm-hmm.
I never just turn it over and put it together. I always iron it. And then you have the pieces, the ear pieces that you attach on it.
Oh, that's so nice that yours come with this adjustable thing.
Yes.
The back of my ears are tired now. My mask are
So
too tired.
now, essentially, this is what you end up with. And this is a finished mask.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
And I always package them. So this is what your mask essentially looks like once it's done.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Oh, this is great.
I'm thinking
Can you
maybe
guys
we
see?
can auction this one since, you know, Studio 327 has made an imprint.
And as a special gift to you, I brought these two.
Oh, that's so
And
thoughtful. Oh,
these,
my
and these are just for you.
This is so thoughtful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I
Appreciate
appreciate this. Jamie, I think you should keep this mask. I think you did an excellent job of sewing that together. By chance, do you teach sewing? You're such a great teacher. No?
I don't.
You don't? Maybe you might want to think about
I
it.
may think about it, yes. I
for
actually
some
got
people-
into sewing from my mom, because my mom is a seamstress.
seamstress?
Yes. So
All right.
she
You're
was
a
the
great
one.
teacher as well.
Thank you.
All right. You're watching Good Morning SKN. And is it that you do T-shirts as well?
Yes, I do custom prints. So like this one, I did myself, right?
Let's take a
This
look
one
at-
we have here, this is one I did when we had the breast cancer awareness.
This is
Right?
beautiful. So you do all the printing and everything?
Yeah.
Oh,
One-stop shop.
wonderful.
Yeah, and this one I did for one of my sons when they had independence and they had to wear like a collar shirt.
Yeah,
I
this
did
is-
this one.
This is very nice. I like
So
that.
all of these are nice. Again, these are some of the
Scrubs
body
that I
scrubs,
offer,
right?
yes.
So we,
And we also do children's masks. So these are children's sizes. So we have them for as small as they can wear them up to the adult size.
So there's a social media page where people can contact you. Telephone
Yes,
number.
it's called Quintessential Shop. We're on Facebook and we're on Instagram. And my number is 660-7306.
Thank you so much, Miss France. I appreciate you
My
coming.
first Christmas
I
gift.
appreciate. I hope it's not upside down. I appreciate this so much.
You're welcome.
All right, you were watching Good Morning SKN, and we'll be back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cook today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me
Let
go!
go what? You see what real happening. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
The reason mom and dad fight, when are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492. Special Victims Unit 662-7077. Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Tis the season of giving. For this holiday season, we here at Good Morning SKN are having a series of giveaways. Yesterday, our winners of the Bread Chicks giveaway were Sharon Thomas and Keslin Thomas. Congratulations to both of you, and for those who don't know how to participate, follow us on our Facebook and Instagram pages at Studio 327 INC. All the details are posted there, and now it's giveaway time again. Today we've partnered with Modern Elegance Photography, and we have with us Crystal Joseph here as a representative. Crystal, welcome.
Thank you for having me. Hi, Shirley.
Good to see you.
Hi, Crystal. Okay, so what services does, what photography services does Modern Elegance offer?
Fun fact, most persons know Modern Elegance Photography for just photography only. Yes, we do provide photography services, which comprises of passport photos, wedding photos, we do event photography, we do the studio and outdoor photography, but Modern Elegance is not just limited to photography, so fun fact.
So what do you also do?
So we also work with commercial clients, we do videography, we do calendars, business cards, canvases, so anything that comes that is related to creative marketing, Modern Elegance.
Oh, perfect.
Is there a frequent service that you can say that the customers definitely come to you for all the time?
Photography, definitely. Outdoor and studio photography.
Outdoor and studio photography.
I definitely see lots of birthday photo shoots.
Yes, those are the best, especially when persons allow us to get creative. One great thing about us is that even though you don't have an idea or concept in mind, you can just come to us. Our team is awesome, and we'll just come up with something for you. If you like butterflies, you'll have a whole butterfly theme. We would do props and everything, so you can definitely rely on us to bring that vision to life.
All right, well, I went scouting around your website not too long ago, looking at some of the images that you have there, and I also saw what looked like destination wedding photos. So what can you tell us about that service?
Yes, when it comes to that, that is another fun element of our photography services. We do local clients and overseas clients as well. And as it relates to photography, we do from the beginning, which is the getting ready aspect, down to walking on the aisle, ceremony and reception. And of course, if you want to capture those memories, we do like highlight reels, or we do videography for that wonderful day for you to always remember what took place.
All right. So can you tell us a little bit about what a photo session includes? You said sometimes you do the props and all of that, costuming. Is hair, wardrobe a part of the session as well?
I'm glad you asked. we provide the full package. Give us a call, let us know when you want to come. Once the date is available, we make sure that from beginning we get makeup done for you. Well, not us, but of course we depend on the professionals. That would be Berry Arts. We partner with Necessary Beauty. And we also partner with Fashion. So you come, you let us know, you want to get all dolled up. So we would definitely be in contact with those makeup artists. We get that done. And as soon as you arrive to our studio, it's good vibes only. I know Jamie knows about that.
I know that.
So as you enter, we find out what your favorite genre is. We put on that music for you, get that vibes rolling. If you want to have a drink, you have a drink. If you want to just have water, you have water. And then the team just takes it away.
And I can attest to that, absolutely, because there was more than a photography session. It was just
exactly
fun vibes, right?
Yes, it's a whole experience.
All right, so do you also provide photo retouching services? Of course.
Our team is very talented. So when it comes to Photoshop and all of that, if that's something that you want, definitely we do that, especially when it comes to composites. So if you have an idea of maybe sitting on the moon, we can take a photo right here of you sitting here, and we create that illusion of you actually being on top of the moon or seated, dancing, whatever the case is. We make that come true. So that's called a composite. So it doesn't just have to be limited to, the typical studio photo, but you can definitely do that as well. Take it up a notch with the creativity.
I'm feeling jealous. You never told me that when I was there.
Next time.
Otherwise, he'd have a picture sitting on the moon. Perhaps. Okay, so again, before we go on break, I wanted you to share your social media handles for us, just in case people may want to drop by. I know a lot of people are taking Christmas photos now, a few days before Christmas, so you still have the chance to. Yes. Can you tell us where we can find you, how can we contact you, and make a booking?
Definitely. So you can reach us on our social media platforms. We actually have two different categories. There's the modern elegance photography for the outdoor, wedding, those type of photography, and then there's the MEP Studio guys on Instagram and Facebook as well, which is included of the studio photography. And also you can reach out to me via WhatsApp or call 660-guys-4897, or you can always email us. You can go on our Facebook page and you can click on the website and we'll be easily accessible.
All right, perfect. We're here with a representative from Modern Elegance Photography. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Boy, Auntie Rose bring me some mango this morning.
Oh, gosh. What you hit me for?
You give me something to put on?
Girl, you can't just come tempting me with these juicy round pally mangoes and expect me not to want some.
Just because something looks appealing and you want it doesn't mean you are entitled to it and that you should touch or take it. Your mother ain't teach you manners. Ask for consent first before you touch up a mango them.
But why ask? And if it's dear, it's dear. Just take it. Why ask?
Simple. If it is mine and you ain't asked for it, it is called, wait for it, stealing.
That's true. My bad. Okay. May I please have some mangoes?
I don't know. After that spectacle, I ain't sure I want to give you any.
You see that? But I ask.
Just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give. It is still my mangoes.
So what you tell me ask for then?
Because consent is everything. Had you asked first, I would have been more inclined to give you one. And just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give you. You got it?
Okay, I got it. Now, may I please have some mangoes?
Only because you're my friend and I like you. But that still don't mean you're entitled to it.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Good. Don't leave your mango skin on the ground, eh?
If you understand the importance of asking for someone's consent for a mango, then it shouldn't be too hard to understand consent when it comes to sex. The power of consent is everything. Ask first.
If you or a friend has been sexually assaulted, please call 465-5000 for the Counseling Center.
This message was brought to you by No Judgment SKN and sponsored by the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the Department of Gender Affairs, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN, and we are here with a representative from Modern Elegance Photography in the person of Crystal Joseph. Crystal, you are here primarily not only to publicize the services that Modern Elegance Photography has to offer, but also to make two of our viewers lucky winners for this Christmas season.
Yes.
So it is time for the Christmas giveaway.
Yes.
Can you tell us what you'll be giving away today?
Okay, so today we'll be giving a lucky winner the opportunity to have an outdoor photography session with us for an hour. And we're also giving away a canvas, which is the 11 by 17 size. So yeah, wonderful gifts this Christmas.
Can I participate?
All right, so drum roll, I guess. Winner number one is, this person is super lucky because we've called this name before.
Really?
Kitishun Beauty on YouTube. So you win, I mean, her name is Kitishun Beauty, so she gets the photo shoot.
Awesome.
That seems like a fitting match.
Congratulations, Kitishun Beauty.
And winner number two is Caslin Thomas. All right?
Yes.
Awesome.
All right, then you win the
Yes,
the
the 11 by
canvas.
17 canvas.
All right, perfect gifts for the season, just in time for the holidays.
Definitely.
I mean, I from Jamie. Jamie says that the experience is awesome. He rates it 10 on 10. So I trust that the two winners will have great experiences as well.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Nothing but the best.
And question, can people walk in or do people need to book in advance?
We prefer booking. We prefer booking just so we make sure that we're all set and ready for you whenever you want to come. So definitely reach out to us. As I mentioned, my number is 660-GUYS. So that's 4897. You can WhatsApp me or give me a call. Yeah, Studio Guys, Emily Studio Guys.
Okay, I get it.
So yeah, definitely call the guys and we'll hook you up.
All right, perfect. So again, the giveaway winner is Kitishun Beauty on YouTube and Keslin Thomas, right, on Facebook. Again, Jamie, can you tell them how they win?
How they collect their prizes?
No, how can they win?
How can they win? Okay,
Yes.
well, they can win. You guys can win by following us on Facebook and YouTube. And of course, it's the word of the day that pops up throughout the day.
On the screen.
On the screen behind us. You be the first to type that word, and that's how we select. So, hey, lucky winners, fast typers, I guess.
I guess, fast typers. Maybe speaking type typing. All right, Crystal, it was lovely having you. Guys, make sure you reach out to Modern Elegance Photography. Again, they're a really great team. I'm not being biased. They're really, really great. We always have lots of fun. They're super fun, super creative people. Again, you would have been seeing some of their photos on screen. Excellent, amazing. I'm always so excited to see birthday pictures because I'm looking to see what's
those
next.
are my face,
What's
honestly,
next?
yeah.
What's next? Can you tell me, I mean, before we go on break, I found that in the pandemic, people were taking a lot of birthday photos. Was that your experience?
That was a thing. Yes, definitely. That's how Studio Guys came to birth because independently it was just Modern Elegance Photography. But then during the pandemic, we saw the opportunity where persons were reaching out and we were like, okay, let's open our studios to persons And it was just an awesome experience, you know, in terms of creating concepts and making sure everyone has fun, because during the pandemic, you know, everybody's bummed down, there's nothing to do, but we definitely were able to create that vibe and just, you know, lift spirits up during the pandemic.
Every time you talk, I'm getting jealous. It's like, I want to have more Modern Elegance photography.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to book again.
Definitely, I will. You know, you never know. You might see me with a Santa cap on. On the moon.
On the moon.
Looking forward to see that. Again, we've been talking with Crystal from Modern Elegance. It's been a pleasure. Congratulations again to our winners. I think we're going to take a short break. The day always goes so quickly when I'm here. But we're going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be back with more Good Morning SKN.
You see that new boy that just joined the school last week? He brought me a chocolate this morning because I showed him the way home from school yesterday.
You like him?
No, he's just my friend. Plus, he is my neighbor. He asked me if we can walk home together for lunch tomorrow, and I told him yes.
I don't like these big boys. They tend to like to touch girls without your consent.
What do you mean by consent?
It's when one person agrees to give permission to another person to do something.
He is cute though.
Guys, you won't believe what happened the other day with the new boy from school.
What happened?
The other day, while walking home with the new guy, he followed me into my house. I thought it was okay because he seemed friendly and respectful. So I turned on the TV and offered him a soda. We sat in the chair together. Then he leaned over and kissed me. I was so shocked, I sat up straight and asked him why he did that. He said he thought I liked him. I told him not in that way.
What? Girl, you should have never allowed him inside your parents' home.
My parents will be very angry if they meet any boys in our home plus kissing me.
Guys, we don't need to be burdened down with teen pregnancy and relationship problems at this time. Boys need to understand that girls are not sex objects.
Remember, you have the right to consent to every activity being performed, from holding hands to anything more, and to change your mind at any time. If your partner does not respect your wishes, this also is a form of abuse. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
And you're watching Good Morning SKN. World Match. Wow. Many of you may be familiar with the unforgettable lyrics from the winning World Match song 2019 to 2020. Everybody put your hands up and lift off the stress. Lift off the stress. I remember that. I need to lift off the stress right now. From Grandmaster's Band. The atmospheric sight of hundreds of revelers jamming behind their band of choice, playing mass, and echoing the band's catchy lyrics. At the end of Carnival, everyone looks out to see which band will receive the overall title of Road Match Champions. Well, today, we have with us Smiley, and he is the lead vocalist of Grandmaster's Band, which is the reigning Road Match Champions.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
We see why they call you Smiley.
Can't help. It comes with the persona.
All right, so the first question that I have for you, Smiley, is what makes the band relevant after all this time? How do you continue to attract so many people, that following that you have?
Well, we try to relate. And in doing that, we try to see what people like. We experience with other things, other genres of music, and see how it meshes with our soca music. And we put it out to the public. And if they gravitate to it, then we venture more. If not, then we back off and we try something new. But that's basically all it is, trial and error. I mean, to stay relative, you have to be into trial and error.
So tell us a bit, I mean, I guess you were explaining a little bit in that answer what it takes to write a song. Can you walk us through it a little bit more? Again, you said you throw out something, you try it, maybe a little chant.
Right.
See if people like it. How does that, tell us the process.
Well, as of late, I realize people do gravitate to the band. I guess it's because the name is a big name, so people look out for whatever Grandmasters is going to bring, Small Axe is going to bring, you know what I mean, the big bands. And if it's something that they could relate to, then they gravitate. And then we now, in turn, would decide which one of these chants we would use as a song. You know what I mean, to paint a picture. Basically, I'm the primary writer, so I would write what I feel is most appealing to present that song to the general public, and most of the times, they do love it.
I love it.
So in selecting that song for Road March, is there ever a chance or an opportunity where you go and you have people listen to it potentially and be like,
well, I would take it to all the guys in the band, and they would do their critiquing and what's not, to say what they like and what they think I should change, if it is a melody, if it's certain lyrics, and stuff like that. And then when we come up with the best format of it, then we move forward in terms of recording and what's not.
Okay, so I know that there's been a long existing rivalry between Grandmasters and Sugar Band. We actually had mention on here. I'm happy you guys were on two separate days. But now there are more younger bands. There's different players in the game now. Can you tell me, like, who do you feel are still the top competitors? Do you still feel like it's between you and Sugar Band and Small Axe?
Yeah, that hasn't changed. That hasn't changed. Even though you have bands that are coming into the game, it hasn't changed. Basically, the general public still looks out for the supreme bands, the major bands, to present something in terms of making carnival. So even though the small bands would make their contributions, the general public looks out for those bands in particular to bring carnival.
You must be enjoying that, because being dominating that for so long, right?
Well, a number of years, yeah. I've been in the game now for like 25 years, 26 years.
Amazing.
26 years.
Amazing.
Wow.
Well, in terms of the Calypsonians, individual Calypsonian songs, you know, there was a time when they used to be used for Road March. Are we seeing, you know, a revival of that?
It still is in effect. It's just that I don't think the Calypsonians push themselves to go through that area, because it takes a lot from them. Remember, the bands, they have their own system, so we could go on the road and play. With a Calypsonian now, he has to hire a system and hire a truck and all those stuff. So it costs more, so I don't think they literally got out of their way to vie for that.
Okay, I'm not sure. I don't know if you could explain to us a little bit, but what qualifies you to win Road March? Is it the song that plays the most, or do you have to play it at certain areas?
Well, back then, the criteria was the song that is played the most, passing the judging points. But now the criteria has changed, wherein they do both. They do the passing the judging point, and then there is a central point where you perform the song. So it's like you're on stage and you're performing for a judging audience.
Oh, okay. So I could understand why it might be a little challenging for Calypsonians. So, I mean, we're almost going on break. Can you tell us what we can expect? Like, we're in Sugar Mass 50. It's still a bit reserved, but what should we be looking forward to? We having Bubble Juve.
I know they're having the Bubble Juve, but I think they're kind of taking away from the carnival. with the fact. This is just my opinion, where you're saying vaccinated only and stuff like that. I mean, they could present something to the unvaxxed that they could also take part in Carnival, because I feel like they're being excluded. That's just my take on it.
I understand.
All right, we'll be back with more Good Morning SKN in a moment. Stay tuned, please.
Check me area code, me area code. Anywhere me go, you know me touch the road like this, touch up the road like this, touch up the place like this, touch up the stage like this, like this. Come rep your place, rep your flag, where you from, who you are. The world is a stage, so showcase like a star. You little up, we begin that we come from far. Let me take it to the world, so I carry us down. So we roll, yeah, so we roll, yeah. High performance anytime we touch the road, yeah, that's how we roll.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are here having a very lively discussion. I wish it was lyrical discussion, but we're having a lively discussion with Smiley of Grandmasters Band. And we're going to take a moment to listen to and watch some of your music. Here we go.
It's good. I want way. I just want way. It's open whaling season in SKB. Where the humpback killer show them to me. I want way. I just want way. I'm breaking every single rule of this land when I walk in my harpoon in the band. So you better be ready to work your shit. Working hard every day. If I get you on the job site, yes, me, I go walk your shit. Just walk your shit. I want you to come and walk your shit. Just walk your shit. Turn on the back and let me drive it. Turn on the back and let me drive it. Turn on the back and let me drive it. Turn on the back and let me drive it. Just believe her, no big no teaser. You fuck them and you stress up, is they left them on the freezer. We are the body pleaser, so tell them easer. If you continue to stress me, then something I go freeze up. Go tell my boss for me, go tell my wife for me, go tell my kids for me. Can't be back and free, don't matter, bring no stress. Just let the shit to rest. Leave it at the gate because you know what we're really no one, no that.
So we just looked at some of the songs. As I was looking at you watch them, it looked like you were experiencing it all over again for the first time. We took you back to 2008. We brought you all the way up to 2019. What were your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, it's just memorable. I mean, you could picture the crowd. You could see exactly what took place back then and how it was. I mean, it was a fight, though. It was a fight. I mean, the other bands were very competitive, same way. So it had to be a fight, you know. Even when we had the whale, that was like a real big bounce back for us, because we had a couple of years that we were more or less we were on top, because we had just won the road match before that year. So when we came back with the whale, now people were saying, "Boy, I wonder if they could two-peat. I wonder if they could win it again." And then when we brought the whale, everybody was like, "Yo, ain't no stopping these people, boy. Ain't no stopping these people." Because I mean, everybody was wailing.
Yes.
And people literally thought that we meant to go out on the sea and whale. Eh? But, as I said in the song, it's just a slang that we used to say, "I want to wine on you." So we wailing.
Right. I remember that song very well, because I think everywhere I turned that Christmas, I was hearing, I remember people in T-shirts saying, "I just want whale." So that was a really iconic one for me. I mean, tell us even what was your thought pattern like for writing Walk Your Shift in 2012? Another big one.
Yes. Okay, as you, I don't know how you see it or how you perceive it, but it actually meant the same thing. It actually meant the same
Literally.
thing. It just means your time to whine. So work your shift.
So that's a recurring theme.
Right. It's basically about gyrating. That's basically all carnival is about. Gyrating, drinking rum, having fun. That's all it's about.
Right.
And if you could portray it or bring it over in music or song, I mean, it speaks volumes and it goes further. Because people could relate to that, to say, well, hey, he said I should drink, and he said I should whine, and he said I should jump, or he said I should wave.
So we know what the next answer is going to be for Lift Off the Stress.
No, actually, Lift Off the Stress had a more in-depth meaning than just whining, because as you knew, like a lot of people was going through a lot of things, basically in terms of the depression, people were losing their jobs, things were getting slower. And it wasn't a fault of theirs, it's just that it's how the world evolves, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
Right.
Slow, it's fast. But they needed an avenue as to where they could just, hey, just cool.
Right.
So when we came up with this slang to say, lift off this stress, it meant whatever is stressing you. Because, you know, the kids could stress you, your work could stress you. Literally, people alone just will stress you. So we just decided, yo, this one is a good one.
Yeah.
Lift off this stress.
Yes.
Because everybody got stress. Even though you say you ain't got no stress, you have
You
stress.
had some kind of
Some people
stress.
just don't take it on, but everybody has stress.
All right, just before we go, I just want you to tell us, I mean, I could see you reliving the moments. Can you tell me what it feels like? Because we've missed it for so long, of being on a truck with these thousands of people chanting your song. What is that experience like for you? Yes.
Yeah, I had to bluff for that one because, I mean, as I tell you, whoever is into it would feel the same thing that I feel, because it's like, I'm not saying that we are gods, but to command so much people and have them doing exactly what you ask them to do is like giving us power.
Yeah.
And I mean, sometimes we could mislead and misuse that power, but when you use it for the right thing,
it's beautiful.
Magnificent.
All right, well, we've been talking with Smiley of Grandmasters Band. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and interact with us and reminisce, as it were, about these good old days. We'll be back with more Good Morning SKN right after this. Stay tuned.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who gonna support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Christmas time. Many believe that this season should be brimming with joy, cheer, and optimism. But for many, this festive season is often a trigger of a whole range of uncomfortable emotions, which range from sadness, anger, and anxiety. The high expectations from everyone around us tends to make this season a particularly difficult one for some. Seeing that Christmas Day is right around the corner, we decided to have a chat among ourselves about 10 ways we can all beat the holiday blues for this Christmas season. So Mimi, how do you beat the holiday blues?
I don't get holiday blues.
Ah.
I'm a Christmas girl, hashtag Christmas girl, so I don't typically get holiday blues, but I do know that some people do get holiday blues. So, of course, one of the things I do is try to reach out to all of my friends and make sure that, my friends and loved ones, and make sure that everybody's doing okay. Even though I may be having a good experience, a festive experience, I know everybody may not be going through the same thing, so I just try to reach out and make sure that everybody's doing okay, or find out, what can I do to make your time better. I mean, if you're not doing anything for Christmas, I like to invite people to my house or to join me in whatever I'm doing, just to make sure that they feel involved and they feel included.
That's interesting.
Do you get holiday blues?
I don't get holiday blues. Actually, when I realized that we were discussing holiday blues, I thought, but maybe I'm like a Grinch or something, because on TV, the Grinch is my favorite character. Ebenezer Scrooge is my favorite. Ebenezer Scrooge is my favorite character. So I'm like, holiday blues. I'm like, bah humbug. There's actually a sign outside my house that I could change to bah humbug, and I'll be making fun of it. So I guess that's my way of beating holiday blues if I have to. But definitely connecting with people that you know and love, especially during this time when you perhaps haven't gotten to see them in a year or two or whatever, then that makes sense. Even a neighbor who's next to you who might be alone, just go over and say hi and reach out to somebody, right? So that's one way to do it. All right, the second way that you can do it is to give something to someone else.
Like what we've been doing here on Studio 57.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah, definitely.
Giving gifts. I think there's a special joy that you get from giving. Like, people always feel, when they think about presents, they think about, oh, what am I going to get? What am I going to get? But there's a special joy when you give something to someone. And today we're talking about customized gifts.
Yes.
And yes, when you give something to somebody and you know they're going to like it, you know it's their favorite color, you know it's their favorite thing. I think I get a big kick out of giving someone something that's really thoughtful and meaningful.
Absolutely, and
are
it
you
doesn't.
The Grinch or are you Santa?
No, it doesn't even have to be per se. Doesn't even have to be something tangible, because that gift could be as easy as sweeping up the yard of an elderly neighbor, taking out the garbage, or cleaning a car of someone who you know is busy, and that sort of thing. So just give of yourself. I think that's what the holiday season is about, right?
Yeah.
So beats your blues, beats their blues as well. All right, what do we have for the third?
Forget the present and be present. Most bad mood and mental attitudes are a result of us dwelling in the past or choosing to focus on something that's negative when we could choose to focus on creating positive memories and staying healthy in the present. I remember we had the guest who came and she talked to us about breathing.
We're not going to hold it for 8 seconds, so don't worry.
And finding our center. And I think as we said in this point, a lot of the times we dwell on things that are outside of the present. Like we dwell on things that happened last week, yesterday was such a bad day, or we start dreading about a day that hasn't even come yet.
Begun yet, yes.
Right, and we don't think about what's happening right now. And I think that's important for everyday life, not just in the Christmas season.
And if you're one of those who's going through a terrible present right now, I mean, honestly, breathing exercises, as Mimi said, maybe even taking a walk, get away from it for a little bit. You can't change a situation overnight, but you can do that as well. So.
Yeah, right, you can also help. But focusing on being present.
Number 4 on that list is, this is a very good one. Keep the peace. Keep the peace and your boundaries, which we will discuss in a moment. We'll be back with more Good Morning SKN right after this. And we are back here on Good Morning SKN discussing 10 ways to beat the holiday blues. We've gone through the first 3. I'll just remind you briefly. 1 is to reach out to others. 2, give something to another person. And 3, to forget the presents and be present. Now we're on number 4.
Yes.
And number 4 is to keep the peace and your boundaries. So what does that mean? It means reminding ourselves about the original meaning of the holiday season, which is actually peace.
Peace on earth, yes.
It means staying connected with friends and family members and making sure that you focus on things that bring you joy instead of the things that don't.
Right. And yes, keeping your boundaries, even with friends and family, is very important. Like, yes, you can go this far, but this is my fence. This is what's acceptable for me. This is what I'm okay with, and this is what I'm not okay with. And making those boundaries clear. I think sometimes people don't know what our boundaries are. And that's why they cross them. It's not intentional, but they don't know what our boundaries are. So sometimes we need to be a little clearer on our boundaries. Like, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with you coming into my living room, but you can't come into my bedroom. Yeah, so being clear on our boundaries so that we make sure that we're happy and we're comfortable.
Gotta come into the living room, not the bed. Okay, interesting.
Yes.
Interesting stuff.
You can't have to take your shoes off before you step on my fluffy mat that I just bought. Those sorts of things. Those nice boundaries.
All right, number 5. Learn. Yeah, this is a big one for many. Learn to say no. I know that there are many people who go through this time thinking that they have to please everybody else. So they leave themselves undone and they never take a moment to say, you know what, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I know I would like to do it, but I can't. No. I'm just going to say no.
Sometimes I would not like to do that.
Well, that too.
So yeah, I think it's in line with your boundaries, like learning to say no.
Yeah, don't overschedule.
Right.
It's easy to do that as well.
I find that in the season, I remember it from my mom just being so tired when Christmas Day comes because she's cleaning, she's doing things for friends and family, then she's cooking, and then by Christmas Day she's exhausted so she can't even enjoy the day. So I think you're saying no. No, it's fine. It's perfectly fine.
Absolutely. The next one.
Be open to new traditions. So instead of holding on to what you think the holidays should be, allow new traditions to come and see how it unfolds. I think even growing up, I think as a child, Christmas is one thing, but when you start growing older, Christmas kind of turns into another thing, right? Absolutely. And I think it makes it much easier instead of holding on to what Christmas was to you as a child, to just let go and embrace new things.
I don't know about that. There's a certain charm that nostalgia brings. Sometimes it's, I get the point that you're not supposed to be stuck in your ways, so I get that. But yeah, sometimes it's good to be nostalgic. Especially
I like the nostalgia.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, maybe not so much that one. All right, number 7. Make time to, oh boy, this is a big one. Make time to examine your life. I mean, this sounds so philosophical, Mimi.
But it says be grateful.
Yeah.
For both the big things and the small things. So, yeah.
Okay.
It's not that deep.
Not so much of an examination per se.
No. That's more for the new year.
Those resolutions coming up right away.
Yes.
All right, number 8. Identify negative emotions, and when they arise, work to transform them into positive ones. So, good stuff. You know what your triggers are. Go up. Yeah.
Yeah. And stay active, which I have not been doing.
Number 9,
Ensure you get your daily exercise to boost your mood. Exercising actually gives you that nice chemical called dopamine, which helps you to feel happy. Have you been exercising, Jamie?
I have been exercising up until maybe about the start of Good Morning SKN.
Correct, likewise. So we'll have to set our boundaries, keep the peace, and find some time to exercise. But yes, I mean, when I used to go walking at mornings, like I'd feel so at peace and feel so happy. So yeah, finding the time to exercise, and it also, rids off some of those holiday pounds.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're one like me who likes to indulge in eating everything except ham for Christmas.
No, okay, I'll eat the ham. No.
But I'm one of those who needs, a bigger pant by January. So yeah, the exercise will help that one as well.
All right, we'll keep the tape measure handy. Number 10. The last one on our list is always make time to do what you love or what brings you fulfillment. Now, this is a big one because it means, it could be anything. It could be exercise, as you just said. It could be a hobby. Yeah, take a short walk. Spend time with the people who support you. That's another one. Or finding a quiet time to meditate. So whatever works for you, take time out for yourself.
Right.
That's what, our 10 ways?
Yes,
to
10
beat
ways
the holiday
to beat the holiday blues.
And we don't want to see blue this season. We want to see lots of red and green and whatever those Christmas colors are.
Not blues.
No blues this holiday season at all, right?
Right, and of course, reach out. I think that's a really good one. Sometimes we're living in our little bubble and we feel like, yeah, things are fine with us, but I think it's important to check up on people around us, friends and family, make sure that everyone is doing okay.
Absolutely. We'll be back with more in a moment. Stay tuned, everyone.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development.
And we are back here on Good Morning SKN. It's time to take a look at what's happening. So, we wanted you to take a look at this video because, as Mimi said yesterday, EBJ Harmonics wins the Panorama competition. So we've actually got a video of that performance. It's going to be cued right now. To be honest.
It was really good. Everybody in the studio is dancing and vibing. I don't know that song though.
Piece of the Road by Speedy?
Yeah, I don't know that one, but I could see that they were enjoying it. I could see they have a flag lady which
Yeah.
I love. And everyone was dancing and grooving. So again, 2P winners, EBJ Harmonics. I had to get that right before
Yeah.
people come for my next.
Listen, this is so interesting to me because they were in such character, right? Piece of the Road by Speedy. You're wearing, you know, what is it? These reflective gears. I love the colors, though, the orange and the green. They're in character.
Yes.
Construction boots, the socks. I mean, I wanted to don a pair. The rhythm was also good. The liveliness.
Yes, everyone was dancing, moving.
I think what we need to do here is to simply take like sneak peek videos so we can catch people who were dancing in the studio.
We'd have at least 10 one.
If you guys could see the faces looking back at me now, the terror, it's like, please don't do that. Oh my God. This is so funny. No, but that's just to say how rhythmic this was, and
Yes.
everybody was getting in the groove with EBJ Harmonics. So inevitably, I'm sure that's one of the many reasons that they won me.
Yeah, for sure. So congratulations again to them. Upcoming events, we have the Taiwan Expo in St. Kitts Nevis. The event began on Sunday the 19th and will continue to tomorrow, Wednesday the 22nd of December. The 4-day event includes a trade fair where 48 Taiwanese suppliers showcased Taiwan's state-of-the-art products. Public Health Project is also offering an on-site health screening for those visitors for free. So again, more giveaways, more gifts for the seasons. Visit to the expo at Pinnis Park Visitor Center from now until 4 p.m. today to immerse yourself in the technological and cultural charm of Taiwan. Tonight also there will be a Taiwanese movie named Black Bear Forest at 6 p.m. at the same location.
Oh, cool.
That sounds so cool. I
So
wish
much
I
to
could
check
go.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's in Nevis.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
Should we speak to management?
Hey, Univisions, enjoy. At least you get to go out if you have some free time.
Right.
All right, so we're going to be back. We're not done with what's happening yet. We're just going to be done for a moment. We'll be back in a flash to continue. Stay tuned.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Okay. And we're back on Good Morning SKN, and we're looking at what's happening. So, Jamie, can you tell us more about what's happening in these streets?
What's happening in these streets? You make it sound like it's a gang warfare or something. What's happening in these streets? You know, what's my plug here? All right. So what's happening generally is that there is an agri-Christmas night market.
Aww.
So the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, and Marine Resources, St. Kitts, is hosting an agri-Christmas night market at the Bastyr Public Market tomorrow, Wednesday, 22nd of December, from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And this festive event, it says, is intended to promote the buying and sell, well, I can even continue this, buy local.
Yes, of course.
Sell local, eat
Support
local, right? And all local cooked food vendors and fruit vegetable vendors, meat producers, and agro-processors will be on site as well to sell their products. So that's great. Go out, sell, go out, buy, go out, support local,
right.
So that's what we are all invited to do for the food market tomorrow. Interesting.
From 5 to 10. So we have
5 to 10.
5 to 10 p.m. So we
No
have
excuses.
time. Yeah, no excuses. And it's pretty lively. Like they have music, again, a lot of vendors out there. Also a lot of baked stuff. I know Christmas. Remember yesterday we had sorrel, so I'm hoping to see some sorrel there tomorrow.
Sorrel.
So yeah, a great opportunity to
I don't
go
want the
and
sorrel
support.
like that. I don't want ordinary sorrel anymore. Okay.
You want
that
sorrel
made it
jam,
confusing.
sorrel ketchup?
I want sorrel cake. I want sorrel ice cream. I want sorrel hot pepper sauce. So I hope that they're on site. If not, I'm going to have to call them. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, go back and check our episode from yesterday.
Yeah.
And then you will know.
Did you try your sorrel ketchup?
I didn't get sorrel ketchup. I think it was left in the studio. Did you?
Oh, I haven't tried it, but I'm excited to go and try it when I do have the time to cook again. So we're going to show another short video, Icons Road March Edition. So tonight in Carnival Village at 8 p.m., the bands that will be fighting for this year's Road March competition, the Grandmasters, who was just here, Small Axe, King Conways, Contender, Mick Stokes, and DJ Terror. You won't want to miss it. So let us know in the comments, who are you backing? Who are you supporting for the Road March Icons competition? Do we have a video? No, we don't have a video.
We don't have a video, but this is a lot, though. This is a lot. King Conways and Contender.
Yes, again, King Conways is back singing Calypso, so I'm super excited about that. Again, Carnival is back, but in a more controlled and safe environment. So they're having a little competition. Well, don't say a big competition this evening.
There's nothing little about it.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's a 50th year of Carnival.
Exactly. We might be small as a federation, but there's nothing little coming out of St. Kitts.
All right. We're small, but we're Talawa.
Well, all of that. You're taking me back here a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, definitely.
So, Jamie, Christmas is in, today's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Are you prepared? Have you already bought all the gifts for all of your lovely friends here at Studio 327?
Well, let's see. I got a gift this morning, so I don't know who would potentially want to take that lovely Good Morning SKN mask out of my possession. Or perhaps you'd want to, of course. Hey, you know what? We can do that one that I sewed.
Yes.
Well, what if we auction
that? We should auction that. I think it would go for $1 million, probably.
Does anybody have $1 million here? You want to buy? Oh, I see it.
Oh, we have one.
Going once.
Sold to the guy in the white cap for $1 million. So again, have you done all your shopping?
I'm not a big shopper.
You're not a big shopper.
Yeah.
You're sentimental Christmas type.
Sentimental Christmas type, zero materialistic type person. So if I don't get anything
see decorations
for Christmas,
on your house, though.
They're decorations, but
so those are not materialistic?
I got those decorations when I was away, and I knew that I was coming back to St. Kitts, and I wanted it to feel like I was coming home. So that's why they're from that time. So.
Okay, so they're sentimental.
They're sentimental.
Right.
They're sentimental.
I'm still waiting for my Christmas lights. I won't call out whatever shipping company, but I'm still waiting for my Christmas lights to decorate my tree, so there's that.
They said you have to order them like in October,
I was trying to get the duty free, which starts in December.
You're going to get the duty free, but you won't get the lights for Christmas. Like many of our viewers.
I've already decided that Christmas for me is going to be maybe on the 30th of December. So I'm fine. I'm just trying to get some food to gather some friends at my house, and we're going to have Christmas dinner. So
nice.
I'm looking forward to that.
That's nice.
If you need me to save a plate for you, I can.
Save a plate for me. Then I'll come and tell you all about how Mimi cooks. Right?
I'm not cooking.
Oh,
that's the thing.
I guess I'm safe. Am I safe now?
Wow.
I don't know if you can or if you can't. Are you going to use some sorrel ketchup and?
I might use this. I might pull out the sour ketchup, or I could make a salad. That I could do, and you could have that.
Okay.
It's Mimi's special salad.
Oh wow, that sounds like you just made it up.
So you could have that. But yeah, for those of you who are getting prepared for Christmas, let us know what your preparations are like. We'd love to hear. I know things differ from house to house. Some people may be cleaning and painting and scrubbing their floors. I'm glad I'm not doing that.
Yeah. So as Mimi said, let us know, and you can do that by following us on social media. Our handle is at Studio 327 Inc. That's Studio 327 INC. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube.
All
that's
the
just to name a few. Yeah.
Yes,
we're on,
all the platforms.
Right, so,
and remember that we're doing giveaways, so we're still feeling the spirit of Christmas. Maybe tomorrow we'll wear Christmas hats.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I said I'm like the Grinch, so I don't know. If we had a Grinch hat, then I'll definitely put that on. But yes.
Okay, we'll get a Grinch hat for Jamie. So remember, we're still doing the giveaway, so make sure that you're watching, you're following us every day to see the secret magic word that will appear on screen. And you just type that in, and you may be able to win yourself one of these amazing prizes.
More than that, you've got to start your mornings with us. So see you at the same time tomorrow, 8 o'clock on Good Morning SKN. Bye-bye for now.
morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, SKN.